باشم نەخۆشم بەڵام باشم
نەخۆشیەکەت چییە؟
حساسیە حساسیە
حساسیە بەڵێ
حساسیە بەڵێ
جۆرج منیش ئەمڕۆ زۆر وەزعم خراپە
چی هەیە؟
گوێ بگرێ لە دەنگم کە قسە ئەکەم دەنگم گیر دەبێت.
ئۆ
I have throat allergy. ئەمڕۆ یەک قوتابیم هەیە ئەویش تۆی
ئۆ
لەبەر قوربم
باشە ئەگەر ناسانیم بەڵام ڕێست ئەگەر تۆ ئەتیاوێت ڕێست باشە بۆ من کەشن
پشوو
پشوو
ڕێست ئەزانم باشە بەڵام ئەلەرجیەکەی من یان بڵێم حەساسیەکەی من بەردەوامە زوو تەواو نابێت. ئەگەر پشووی پێ بدەم ناتوانم قوتابی وەربگرم.
تێنەگەم لە کۆتاییدا تێنەگەم
لە کۆتاییەکەی تێگەیشتی یان نا؟
لە کۆتاییەکەی تێنەگەم
تێنەگەیشتم
تێنەگەیشتم تێنەگەم چییە؟ تێنەگەم تێگەم
تێناگەم بۆ ڕانەبردووە تێناگەم
هاکە باشە باشە تێناگەم ڕەنەبردووە
بەڵێ تێناگەم ڕانەبردووە تێنەگەیشتم ڕابردووە
باش
پێویست ئەکا بینووسم
تێگەم تێگەشتم تێگەشتم
ئافرین زۆر باش بوو تێگەیشتم. ئەمڕۆ هەم ڕێزمانمان هەیە هەم زمانەوانی واتە وشەی نوێ فێر دەبین و ڕێزمانیش ئەخوێنین تەواوە پێدەچوو تێنەگەیدەم و چاوت وتی تێناگەم
باڵێ باشە
ئەمڕۆ هەم ڕێزمانمان هەیە هەم means also هەم هەم ڕێزمانمان هەیە هەم زمانەوانی ئەخوێنین. ڕێزمان ئەزانی چییە؟ ڕێزمان چییە؟
vocabulary
تۆ ئێستا ئاستی دوی نابێت هەڵە بکەی ڕێزمان گرامەرە
باشە
ڕێزمان زمانەوانی vocabulary
زمانەوانی باڵێ
also
جاواسە ئیش
بۆ نمونە من ئەبێتە منیش هەم هەمیش
wow
yeah but there's a rule when you want to say this also this okay also is for two things of course when you have only one subject it's not also it's just one subject also this one subject also another subject right it could be anything for example am kalama
باڵێ
also kalemeki tır وانیا لە کوردی بۆ سەبجەکتی یەکەم هەم بەکارئەهێنی سەبجەکتەکەی یەکەمت هەم سەبجەکتەکەی دووەمت هەمیش هەم من هەمیش تۆ like the rule is in English is just one also and it makes sense in Kurdish you have two You have to add ham at the beginning of your first subject, hamish in the beginning of your second subject. Okay. Ham with D hamish Farsi as
Uh,
and it's not a must. No, it's not a must to add ish. You could either say ham Kurdi u ham Farsi ezanım. بخير
ham Kurdi u ham Farsi azanem. Uh, so it works differently than English, right? Because we also
It's not
want,
even similar to English.
yeah, ham Kurdi u ham Farsi azanem. Voilà, اتوني بلهم ham Kurdi ham İngilizi azanem. Hamish
Zor
كمان
Basha.
Hamish.
Valla, you didn't notice something. The ish is important. You can either add it to the ham or add it to the second subject.
Basha.
So this is like it's an option you can choose. But you need to add it in your second subject, either on ham or berkar.
Farsish. Ham Kurdi ham Farsish azanem. Baş.
Yeah. Let's try it in different subjects.
Vale.
Ham rangi sur hamish rangi shinim haya. O yakın. Ham rangi sur hamish rangi shinim haya.
Ham sayara heya ham no ham sayara u مو دوباره هم سيارة هم ماتوريش هي
Aferin. Yıkalat tedakir. Haya, it means you own something. That's why you need your connector. Matorum haya.
ماتورم هي
Hem سيارة hem maturishim haya.
ماتوريشم باي علاقتي ام
Me, to tell us that I do.
هم سيارة هم ماتوريشم هي
Brilliant. Zor baş.
باش
O yani tut. Ey eğer o yani بلاي بمشي اوازا.
هم سيارة هميش ماتورم هي
Zor baş bu. Aferin. Lebiriz emene.
ان شاء الله I hope so
There's only one way to remember things. Practice it more. For example, we have 4 lessons in a day. At the end of lesson 4, you can review. Because we have short time memory and long time memory. Without a review, it's just short time memory. Tomorrow, if I ask you, you know. Next week, if I ask you, you forget. But if you review it in less than a week, it will become your long-term memory. If I ask you in another month, you will know. If you want to speak it, your mind will remember. at least once a week review is important.
تمام تالي دوني لا ورا تك نسيك ساعات آه no um هوري هوركان نم هواردنم هواردنم من هي هوارد او ولا إما كسا كردي جون كسا كسا كين we speak
سأكين
we speak Kurdish
بكردي سأكين
بلام دوني أكين كسا
It's a routine. You since the beginning you started to say around 9 o'clock my friends come by to eat and we speak in Kurdish. This is how you started your sentence in present tense. So I believed it's a routine. Was it only once in the past?
yeah تنها دوني بلام من چومبو بو
When
مالي هوركم
okay بردوام با
بردوامه
سمان کرد
سمانم
سمان کرد
سمانم كرد
سمان کرد Saman, you already added man connector.
سمان بلام سا چیه
Sa, not sa. Sa,
سا
speak, talking.
سما
Sakırdın, right?
Okay.
So,
سمان كسمان كرد
yeah.
كسمان كرد باش
That's your connector, man.
بالي كسمان كرد
Kawata, can you try again to tell me the same? I understood you, but I want you to repeat it in a better way. أتواني دوباره بكيوا.
بردوامه چیه بردوامه
Continue.
yeah
بردوام با.
بردوامه دوینه نوسیگ no هوري هوري هوري كي من أوتي خورخي وارا بومالوا إيوا خواردنين هي خواردمان هي
چند خواردنێکیان هەیە؟
خواردمان هي
وەرە بۆ ماڵی ئێمە. Our house.
واری بومالي إيما
خواردنمان هەیە.
خواردنمان هي وارا بومالي إيما خواردمان هي دوای من چوم بو ماليان ملمان
Very
ماليان
good. I went to their house. من چوومە ماڵیان. I studied چووم بۆ ئەبێتە چوومە.
ولی چوما ماليان و کسمان با کوردی کرد
سەمان بە کوردی کرد. Very good. Only one mistake. بە کوردی سەمان کرد.
باک لا پیش اوکی با کوردی کسمان کرد
زۆر باش بوو. کوردیەکەت چۆن بوو؟
خراپ بوو زۆر خراپ بوو
وتیان مامۆستایەکی خراپت هەیە؟
نا وتن زۆر باشە خۆرهێ زۆر باشە وردا دواتر بەلام
Wurda.
بەلام
Do you know what is wurda?
step by step
Slowly, slowly.
uh,
Like little by little. Wurd means tiny. Wurda. Little, little. Little by little.
slowly what does how do you say slowly
Hewash.
mm-hmm. hewash hewash hewash
لطفا تماما ببستی hewash. Slowly,
hewash
slowly.
hewash vale
Or wurda. It means step by step, but wurd is tiny. It's like little by little.
baş
Zor başa. Invitation, davet.
davet
For example, my friend invited me over. هاوڕێکەم داوەتی کردم. هاوڕێکەم داوەتی کردم. منی داوەت کرد.
داوەتم بەلام ئەوان هاوەتن کردم یان هاوەتیان
منیان داوەت کرد. Invited me.
داوەتیان بگورە تێنەگەیشتم
ئەوان داوەتیان
کردم
کۆتاوانەی هەستی یەکەمت ئەمە بوو لەبیرتە دوودانە کۆنێکتەرت هەیە
ماڵێ
یان لەگەڵ من داوەتیان ئەوان بکرن they're the one who have done it کردن تۆ بەرکاری you're the object بۆیە داوەتیان کردم so you know they have done it to whom? To you they have invited you داوەتیان کردم what if it's the opposite what if you invited them
داوەتم کردن
there you go very good that was brilliant because you know when it's the opposite the categories change group A and group B very good زۆر باش بوو هیچ ڕاهێنانت لەسەری کردووە زۆر باش بوو دڵم پێی خۆش بوو ئەمڕۆ بابەتێک ئەخوێنین پێشتر تۆزێک لە ئاستی یەکەم کەمێک باسمان کردووە ئەو تۆ زۆر نەخۆشی
ببوورە
ئەساییە بابەت چی بوو لەبیرتە بابەت
ناوەڵە
subject topic بابەت topic so بابەت ئەمڕۆ small
باش
وانەی ئەمڕۆ لە ڕێزمان بابەتێک ئەخوێنین کە پێشتر بە کەمی باسمان کردووە
پێشتر
بە کەمی a little باسمان کردووە باسکردن speaking or talking about something باسکردن باسی خۆتم بۆ بکە tell me about yourself Basi am kalemim buka. Tell me about this pen. It's like describe something. Bas kirdin. Basi tuman akird. We were talking about you. Bas kirdin. Peştir kemik basman kırdıwa. We have talked about it a little before.
باش.
So it might be similar because we have mentioned it before, but today it's the main topic of the grammar. Connection is ek. Erki, a, la, Khorizmani, Kurdi. Can you translate?
أرجي أركي لاسماني
Yes.
كردي.
Erki, a, Khorizmani, Kurdi.
أركيا لاسماني كردي. أركي أركيتشيا.
Erek means connection.
Connection. ألو ألو ألو ما مستلبين. شونيت ما مستلبين. ألو ألو شيبو.
Airplane has electric problem. When it turns off, the Wi-Fi goes off too. So I
ألو ألو ما
just
مست.
Eric, what a connection.
Connection.
Connection. Do you know what's connection?
I don't know if I pronouncing well. Connection. The connect of function. Function. Okay. I was saying
Connection.
connection.
Yeah, I know it's connection.
Fun action.
Let me get you closer to the board. Okay. The connection of a in Kurdish grammar.
Kurdish grammar.
Belki a لرزمانی کردی
Arki a Lazmani Kurdi.
رزمانی کردی
Ah, Rez Rezmani Kurdi.
بڵێ ڕێزمان
Grammar.
ئافرین ئەتوانین بیڵێ ڕێزمان
Rezman. Rezman.
زۆر باشە ڕێزمانی کوردی ڕێزمانی ئیسپانی ڕێزمان گرامر زۆر چاکە
Bubura mamosta.
Fermo.
Persianem here. Function is not
Fermo.
different. Are you saying phonation? Phonation?
connection
But function is different, no? In English.
actually it's just connection we don't have any other word for it FUNCTION connection
It still makes a little crazy in my mind.
really maybe you don't know exactly what's connection can you tell me what do you think connection is
P, the phonetic. Are you talking about phonetic?
no connection how come you don't know this one let me give you this description
Yeah, please. Function.
of course okay definition an activity or purpose natural to or intended for a person or thing
Okay, okay.
for example bridges perform the function of providing access across water
Well, maybe because I pronounce different, but that's totally fine. Function. I pronounce function.
Really?
I don't say connection. I say function.
usually it's function like function
Okay.
I played the Google Translator like there's a speak button. It's function.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking, are you talking about phonetic or? Yeah, but got it, got it.
Okay, very good. When you learn your first language by your second language.
Yeah.
Good job. So the function of yeah in Kurdish grammar.
Uh huh.
You cannot believe how is important. Do you think how many functions does it have?
Oh no.
It has 10.
Oh. Tone.
Yes. Today we will study only 2 or 3. أمرو تنها دويان سي أخوانين بلام بداني هي.
Bash. Say.
It becomes a verb. Let me change color. Yeah. Like how? In English, to simplify it for you, you have is am. In Kurdish, you have a. For example, I don't say my name is Elvin. I say now.
Elvina.
Yes, Elvina. In writing, it's connected. Elvina. For example, this pen is blue. Am قلم ياخد بينوس. Am بينوسة. This pen. Sheena is blue.
Mm-hmm. Aveta also, right?
A bit. A beta.
You have in the on the.
For example, Emma زمان our language. Emma زمان Kurdiye.
Yeah.
Our language is Kurdish. So it's a verb. For example, Clauket. Clauket. Joanna. See?
Mm-hmm.
Shall cat your glasses? Basha.
Ciao.
Let's make it plural instead of R. In plural, it becomes N. Klawa كانت جوانن.
Joanin.
تساوي كانت باشن. زماني إما. زماني إما is singular. ولايتكاني شاركاني كردستان. Cities of Kurdistan, to make it plural. شاركاني كردستان خوشن are enjoyable. So in plural it's N, but in singular, because we're studying the functions of A. So the first function is it becomes kar for singular.
Okay.
رونا لالات
Zorrone.
زرت رانا. نمونة كتير. High برز. Highest برزترين. برزترين تيا mountain.
Chia mountain.
Yes. تيا.
Chia.
برزترين تيا لكردستان هالقرد is the name. هالقرد. هالقردة.
Halgurda.
There we go. So the first function of a, it's a verb. We call it incomplete verb. Let me explain to you why. Can you see? Yeah, very good. In complete verb, carry na tawaw. It means a. Why? Because without object, berkar, without object, you cannot use it. Without object, it's incomplete. For example, Merstri, yeah, if I remove it, this is the object, right? The highest mountain in Kurdistan is Holgurt. If I remove the object, the highest mountain, then Tia Kurdistan Holgurda doesn't make sense. It's incomplete.
Yeah.
Tawaw, complete. Na tawaw, incomplete.
Not a wow. Incomplete.
There you go. Karina tawaw. Do you have any questions?
No, wallah.
Bonumuna anqalama sura. If I remove the object, it doesn't make sense.
Sura. Chia.
What's? It doesn't make sense.
Mm.
So it's incomplete verb. Karina toa. Balam kara. But it still is a verb. It's exactly the is rm. Even in English, without object, you cannot use is rm. You cannot say am Elvin. You must say I am Elvin. I cannot say this. I can say this pencil is red. I cannot say is red.
You need the object.
Exactly. What's object in Kurdish?
Object. Barkar.
Very good. Very good. You have to remember them in Kurdish because we have a lot of grammar in level 2, okay? So I want you to remember the Kurdish words and their connections. For example, what is kar? What is berkar? What is ra birdu, rana birdu, je now, how now? Okay? Thank you. Now, what the first connection? Erki yakam. Erki duam. Jenawi likau. Do you know what's that? Pronoun. Jena.
Mm-hmm.
Pronoun.
The cow. Mm-hmm.
Likau, the connected pronoun. When I explain it to you, I call them connectors.
Mm-hmm.
You know the connectors. They're called Jenawi likau.
Okay.
Likau, something that's connected. Likau. Jenawi likau. The connected pronouns or connectors.
Bash.
Okay? You know them. Man, Tani, Yan, Group A and Group B. That's called Jenawi likau. So the second connection is Jenawi likau. Bu kesi duwami tak. Who is kesi duwami tak?
Bu kasi duami tak.
Who is kesi duwami tak?
Do you mean the object?
No. I mean the pronouns. We have, for example, the third person singular is he, she, it. In Kurdish,
To.
it's oh. Very good. There you go. Kesi duwami tak. To simplify, to.
Vale.
When la kari dahwazi. Kari, you know, verb. What kind of verb? Dahwazi. Order. Request. When we studied do it, do that, don't do this. Maka, bika. See? For who?
Bijo.
Akharin. There you go. It's like
Marro. Maca. Majo.
بخوينا. Study.
Benusa.
Sleep. بخوا. So it's the connector for second person singular in ordering verbs. It sounds complicated because it's a lot of details, but the subject is very clear.
But
Do
not for
this, do
all of
that.
them, right? For example, bijo,
Bro
bijo.
or bro.
Uh-huh. Not for
We also have O for that purpose. That is correct. But for M, it is one of the phonics of M.
bash.
Yes, we also have O2, but because the subject is functions of M, we are studying it. Like we are mentioning that one of the phonics is this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, also it is one of the phonics of O. Mhm. But mostly, I can say like 80%, we use M. Like buka, do,
Behawa.
sleep, bikesha, draw, bukja, kill, ah.
Mm-hmm.
It's ordering for second person singular to in ordering verbs, like do this, do that. The verbs that you use, like do this, you have studied in SDACM. Is it clear?
Clear. Runa.
Very good. So today we studied two phonics of a.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 10 and it's a lot, in every lesson, we have vocabulary, grammar, speaking practice, and a review. In every lesson, we will study two
Bash.
to finish it.
So bash.
And for today, I want to give you some vocabulary. We have around 15 minutes. That will be good. Very good. I have prepared some vocabulary already. Okay. People and relationship. That's the category. I've chosen 5 words from different categories. People, خلق, خلق.
Hulk.
Very good. خلق.
Hulk.
That means people. Very good. For example, people of Kurdistan, خلقي Kurdistan.
Halki Kurdistan.
Very good. People of Mexico, خلقي Mexico.
Halki Mexic.
Very good. خلقي, خلق people. Haure, friend.
Friend.
Also, dost,
Dos.
brother. Kurdish vocabulary is extremely rich. For every word, you have like 10 other words that mean the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kurdistan has very different regions. In Syria, they are Kurds. In Turkey, they are Kurds. In Iran, in Iraq. So there's a very wide area that Kurds live in. Geographically, uh, this is Iraq. This is Kurdistan. Okay. So people from Kurdistan, you have different dialects. In this area, Badini, Duhok, and above. If you separate it again in 2 areas, you have Erbil and Suli. The dialect changes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
These two are closer, Badini is a lot. These two are Surani, the one we are studying.
Mm-hmm.
But this was Iraq. We also have Iran, and this area are Kurds. We have Turkey. This area completely are Kurds. We have Syria that have Kurds. Okay? Like how in Kurdistan region we have different dialects. For example, in Kurdistan, Iran, also we have dialects. We have Sina, Mahabad, Kirmashan, and other areas with different dialects. Also in Turkey, we have one and blah blah, a lot of cities with different dialects. Also in Syria, they have different dialects. So when I talk about Kurdish for something very simple as friend, I can tell you 10 different words. And all of them are Kurdish. So the vocabulary is extremely rich because of the area and because people have been asking for making all of this Kurdistan, but that's very far away because it's apart from different countries. They will not just give away the land. Or people have asked to have this only as Kurdistan, like a different country, not a region of Iraq, so everyone can join in. But that's also not happening very soon. Therefore, we have 1,000 dialects of Kurdish language. Just to be clear why.
Yeah. Runa.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm explaining, just to know why. So, in Slemani, you will hear Havre mostly.
Bra.
But you also can hear Dost. In Erbil, you will mostly hear brother.
Brother.
Brother, see, it's from English. Brother. Havre, dost, friend. Drause means neighbor. Drause, neighbor.
Drause.
Havkar or Havpisha means colleague. The one you work with, colleague.
I don't understand. Haukar.
Havkar, Havpisha.
Haupisha. Haukarchia.
Colleague, the one you work with.
Say it again.
Colleague.
Yeah.
Colleague.
Okay.
Colleague. People you work with. People that you do the same work with. Colleague.
Got it.
Havkar, Havpisha.
Haukar, haupisha.
Yes. Boss. Barre wabar.
Barre wabar.
Yes. Ranger. Begana.
Begana.
Let me read them once with my awful voice. Brother, Havre, dost.
Brother, haure, dust.
Dost.
Dost.
Meaning
Friend.
Drause.
Drause, neighbor.
Drause. Some people say house.
Hause.
Rarely, but still. Very good. Meaning neighbor. Haukar. Hauhisha.
Haukar, haupisha. Colleague.
Very good. Barewaber.
Barrewabar. Bas.
Barewaber. Boss.
Barrewabar.
Begana.
Begana.
Begana.
Begana.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Meaning?
Stranger. Do you know vegana what does it mean in Spanish?
Well, it's another word in Spanish. What does that mean?
Vegana, but we pronounce different. That's why I'm struggling with that. Vegana. You say
Okay.
vegana. Why? Vegana.
Begana. Begana.
Vegana. Ah, it's the same, by the way. Vegana. The people who just eat vegetables. Vegana.
Vegan.
Yeah. But in
So
Spanish,
it's vegana. Vegana.
vegana.
Vegan. I see. No, in Kurdish it's stranger. Vegana. Good to know. It's very close to vegan. Vegana. Vegana.
But it's more like in Kurdish. No V. It's V. Like V. E.
I see. But it's vegana. Good. Good to know. Are you still continuing your card game to remember vocabulary words?
Vale.
Very good, because at the beginning you used to ask me questions, but now you don't. I was like, maybe he's not studying anymore.
I'm I'm doing. Well, this is new, but yeah, I have some here.
Good.
I also use some apps to use my cell phone instead of more cards.
The one you told me about, like you asked if it's gonna be helpful or not.
I don't remember that.
Probably it's the same one because unfortunately the Kurdish language is not very rich on internet at all.
No, but I mean, you can do the flashcards, but you write in English and also you write in Kurdish.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. No,
For
yeah, yeah. You
example, in
mentioned. Yeah, I sent you some picture, right? No, no, no. I'm not
yes,
talking about that. There is an app where you write in English and also you write in Kurdish, or you can choose Kurdish and English. So, but
that's
I
very
have.
good then.
Yeah.
Good. Because even in like ChatGPT or Google Translate
Yeah.
or Google itself, Kurdish language is very poor. It's not correct.
Yeah, I have seen that.
That's why I was gonna tell you that don't trust them; they're not good.
Yeah.
Okay, our time is over. Next lesson, we will study two other functions of a in Kurdish grammar, 5 to 10 vocabulary words, and we will have speaking practice. رايحين سكردن.
Sor baş. Spasakan.
روجيكي خوش.
Kati
أدبين
hoş
موا.
bu habis adin mawa.
باي باي.